Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Armin, and I'm with Abomis Innovation. What we are going to talk about today is how artificial intelligence or AI can help us come up with a simpler and more refined way for self-backdrop solutions. So I'm sure most of you know that some of the issues that we see as bottlenecks in airports are the result of the seasonality of this industry. So we will see these bottlenecks everywhere. So when the passengers need to check in, or they need to drop off their bags, or they want to board on the airplane. And the reason is that the capacity usually is not designed for the peak of the traffic. So in order to solve this problem, one of the usual ways that people turn into is self-service solutions for these kind of services. For example, to check-in and bag drop-off. However, the bag drop-off solution, because of its complexities, as you can see on the right-hand side, has had some considerable growth during the past number of years, but still around 50% of the passengers are not able to use this service. There are many reasons why this is the case. One of them is that sometimes these systems are not compatible with the legacy equipment that the airports are using. The other reason could be the heavy investments that sometimes is needed for this kind of equipment. And sometimes smaller airports may not even have the location to put these systems because they are quite bulky. So you can see the current solutions, or a sample of the current solution on the top right of this slide. So why is it so large? The reason is because of many different technologies that need to be incorporated into the solution so that you have a functional system. For example, you don't want human intrusion when you are scaling the luggage. So you need to have light curtains so that it can detect any intrusion. The other thing that you need is probably some kind of 3D camera or a scanner in order to be able to measure the size of the luggage and figure out if it is compatible with the regulations. However, with AI, we can reduce all of this into what you see at the bottom. So imagine a very small box that is simply a PC that can run an AI network, and it is connected to a simple camera. That's all you need. And this camera will look at the scale, and it can quickly detect what kind of object you are looking at. Is it a bag? Is it a child, a toddler that's trying to walk into the prohibited area? Or is it a package that is falling apart? And then if everything looks good, you can go ahead with the scaling. Not only that, but you can imagine a portable system. So imagine the traditional counters where people drop their bags can be turned into an automated solution. All you need, again, is to put that box there, install the camera above it, and voila, you have a self-backdrop solution. So, of course, all of this is possible with AI. But for those of you who don't know how AI works, what AI does during the training phase is that it turns the information that it's supposed to detect into multidimensional information. You can think of it as geographic coordinates, but with many more dimensions. So on that picture that you see up there, for example, by the way, it's AI generated, certain coordinates will fall into certain categories. And based on that, when they are sampling during the inference or when they are trying to detect what they're looking at, they will extract those coordinates. And based on where it falls into the map that they have generated during the teaching phase, they will know whether they are dealing with a human or they are dealing with a luggage. And that's how they will do the detection. So based on that, you can easily train an artificial intelligence system to detect luggages, humans, and even what kind of luggage you are using. And from experience, I can tell you that if the learning process or teaching process has been done well, AI can be much better than humans in detecting, the objects that it's supposed to detect. For example, if you look at this picture, it has been able to detect flawlessly almost everything that is visible. And not only that, the humans behind the scene are detected as humans. Now, this is a sample of this concept in action. As you can see, it is detecting the luggage and the humans that are walking behind the scene at the same time, so that it would know if there is any human intrusion or if it is dealing with, the luggage at the same time. What the numbers that you can see up there is the confidence of the system when it is detecting the objects. Now, what else can be done with this system? You can expand it to do way more than that. For example, you can train the system to detect if a package has been compromised. Is it going to hold or is it going to fall apart? And if that were the case, it's not going to let it into the baggage conveyor. And with that, what we are hoping to achieve is to minimize the attendance from the airport staff or the airline staff for handling the self-bag drop systems. Thank you very much. I can take any questions if there are any. Thank you.